Okay, we're here at the 2013 International Toronto Boat Show. Ranger Boats, friend of mine, Greg Roth.
How you doing, bud?
Pleased to meet you.
Good to see you.
Leaning on a good old Ranger all-welded aluminum boat, new for 2013. Let's have it.
Yeah, we're excited to introduce it, guys. It's known as the Tournament Series, the RT 178. It's a smaller of the two. There's a larger one coming out, 18-footer, rated up to a 115. And we're going to have some deeper V models coming out later this year. But we're excited to have this one here at the show. We've had a lot of interest in it. I'm excited about it because I fished out of one very, very similar to this last year. Yeah, it's awesome. I'm grinning. And I'm a glass guy. I've got a 520, which, as most of you know, is a Rolls Royce of bass boats in the glass line. And some of the stuff that's incorporated in the glass line, we've brought into this baby right here, and I'd love to show it to you.
Let's see it.
Yeah, absolutely. This particular one, obviously, we've got a 12-volt trolling motor, which can be upgraded. But you've got a recessed foot pedal, just like the glass boats. Yeah. That makes for effortless fishing, tireless fishing at the end of the day. It makes such a big difference. We've got the two gauges up here, one with the switches for the motor, trim up, which is really convenient when you're in the shallows. You trim it right up. All aluminum deck and floors in it. Tons of storage. As we move back, we've got a built-in cooler here that can be interchanged with the Plano tray. Yep. Slots. Tons of storage underneath the lid.
Tackle spots.
Lots of tackle, as we're all hoarders there.
Yeah.
The rod locker can hold up to an 8-foot rod. It's all finished tubes all the way up to the bow of the boat, so you're not going to wreck your tips. No breakage, no line tangles, stuff like that. Little things like little slots to put your scissors and pliers. Is just, everything's thought out in this boat. As you can see, it's one of the only aluminums with a big fancy fiberglass console, which is great. When you get behind, it's super, super rigid, plus it looks awesome. Going back into here, there's some lights, some other receptacles. Tons of storage underneath the seat. We've got a 60-40 split seat with a rubberized mat, which we've gone to in the new boats, which I'll talk about later.
Yeah.
Does no condensation, no mildew. Again, just tons and tons of storage underneath the seat. The 60-40 split with 3 across seating, flip down step to get on the back deck. The Livewell's open. We got a huge Livewell with a divider, so we can put in pike or pickerel if you wanted to.
And more importantly, the bass.
There you go.
So throw that in there.
Two limits is always important.
Yeah.
That's it. Coming into the back, this is where the real story takes place, I believe. Being all aluminum and all hand welded at the plant, at Ranger's plant, we've got a brand new plant around the corner from the glass factory that is hand welding these babies. Yeah, as you can see, the fit and finish is incredible. Just the trim, everything is all finished off. No sharp edges. But when we get inside this boat, the superstructure, that's the real story. We've incorporated a couple of things that we do in our glass boats that we're known for. That we're the only. We've got the exclusive on, and this is a material called pultruded fiberglass. It's we make it there at the plant. It's made with multiple layers of fiberglass pulled through a heated die, and again, it's called pultrusion. There's a number of properties that works with this material, and that's strength and rigidity and great screw retention. So we've used this material in our transom. This is a section cutout sample of our transom. So we've got it sandwiched in between the aluminum, and for reinforcements, we also add another stabilizer plate on top of the aluminum for the bolts to come through. The nuts are then attached. So you've got one hell of a platform back there to hang an engine.
Yeah.
Getting back through to the aluminum construction, the straights, the superstructure underneath, all welded, and it's filled with the upright foam and level foam flotation all the way up. So super, super strong, great buoyancy. And it adds to the quietness of the boat. This boat, we've always said our fiberglass boats have a one-piece feel. Well, when you get in this baby, it really does feel much like a one-piece boat, and it shows. So, as you can see, huge gas tank, room for extra batteries, 2-bank charger on board. This particular model is outfitted with a 60 four-stroke Mercury, which is plenty. It can take a 75, but here at the show we've got this particular package priced out at $18,900, which is an absolute bargain with everything that you're getting. Part of that package and part of the story is the trailer that it's sitting on. We build them at the plant ourselves. Couple things again that we're known for is the cool hubs, no oil in them or no grease, all oil, no servicing involved. Road armor coating, it just lasts to through the test of time. Ratchet systems that stay on the boat, swing away tongue, that's all included in the Ranger 178 Tournament Edition. So we believe it's a winner, so I think you guys should come down and take a look at it.
Right on. Greg, thank you. I'm a Ranger owner myself, and I agree with you.
That's great.
100%.
We're excited about it.
Yeah. No, the fit and finish on these things, the attention to detail that Ranger puts into every one of their boats, it's just absolutely outstanding. And there's a reason I say, Rangers lead, others just follow.
Well, we've had a lot of people come over and take a look, and we encourage it. So.
Right on. Let's move over. There's one more other boat we have to film.
We'll go check it out.
Oh yeah. Okay. We're back with Greg here with another Ranger boat, and personally, in my opinion, the nicest looking boat at the show right now.
Enough said. Yeah, it's quite an eye stopper. It's the 520C Carbon Edition, the 45th anniversary. What you see is what you get. It pretty much comes as a package. The first thing you see and the very noticeable thing is the paint job, and this silver, this anniversary silver, actually is a paint process. It's a very, very difficult process to apply to the boat. It does have the normal metal flake that's laid in the hull, but this silver is actually applied when the boat is pulled out of the mold. We build our boats from the outside in. Yeah. And in this particular version, it's actually finished off. This silver is done after the fact, and it's special indeed, to the fact where there's only going to be 150 produced. Wow. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. We're really excited about it. There's some other neat characteristics about this boat that make it special. The little things like the trim. You guys had mentioned the wheels, the red anodized wheels. It's got some LED red lights in the new consoles, which will go on in a bit. Yep. You've got the red power pole, the red anodized Atlas jack plate, little things, a special custom paint evident in this case, and we've got a Mercury as well done up silver and black for the edition. We've had a lot of interest in it. It's going to be a special boat to have for the proud owners of this particular package. But more importantly, let's go through some of the important options. What we're looking at here, Ranger has really listened to a lot of their tournament pros, and a lot of the guys at the plant are fishermen themselves, and little things like just little trays and cup holders where we put the pliers and scissors, stuff that we're using every minute of the day while we're out there on the water. We've got the recessed pedal, of course, which is basically effortless fishing at the end of the day. Underneath this carpet, there's a half-inch of underlay, foam underlay, which is just, it's amazing how much of a difference it makes when you're standing up there. I mean, working these shows, without it, you're hurting at the end of the day. And it's the same thing when you're on the boat. You're balancing yourself over a day of a tournament, 3 days sometimes. It really takes its toll. So this really helps out quite a bit, and it's something that we do on all our top-of-the-line boats. With this particular model, getting in, the camera can see where the name comes from. We've got a carbon fiber deck lid and interior. It adds a little bit of weight reduction, but the bling factor is definitely there. It's special. We don't do it on any other boat. Everybody knows that carbon fiber is strong. Yeah. It's very lightweight, but it's definitely an eye catcher. While we've got these compartments open, we've taken away the carpet in the rod lockers and added just a rubber mat. It's there for a purpose. We've added a fan to basically suck in and blow all the air, the condensation out of these rod lockers through the course of the day. It's raining, the humidity. we get moisture in the rod lockers, no matter how. And our rod lockers are sealed. When you push down and put down, put that lock in place, you can actually feel our lids lock into place, and with the actual channels that run through this boat for water drainage from the rain that gets onto it through the course of a day, or a wave action, whatever, it all funnels out to the bottom of the boat. But those rod lockers do take in moisture, and we've got that fan system to kick on when you're done the day. When you're trailering back to the house, you just click that fan on. By the time you get back to the house, those compartments are bone dry.
Oh my God.
Again, tons of storage. If you got in this thing, there's tons of storage. 8-foot rod lock, 8-foot rods fit in the lockers, no problem. Coming back to the new consoles, that's one of the most noticeable things. You get in behind the consoles, and there's just a ton of room, even for a big guy like me. I love the look of them. They're space age, but they are very functional. We've got the windshield snap off. They're just one piece very easily. Coming back here, when you're behind the console, we've added a lever here to move the seat forward and back for everybody's fit different. Some people like to be sitting a little further back, some a little more forward to reach and operate. It's either the HDS 10 that fits in the new console.
Even the big screen option there.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. We've got the foot control in this particular one, but that's an option. But a lot of guys will opt for that, and then just having our foot, being able to put our foot on the actual pegs in rough water is key as well. Everything's push button. Push button starts. Again, I mentioned the fan. We've got the Livewell controls. Everything is at your control right here behind the wheel. We've got a brand new glove box that's very functional when you're in the boat. Again, everything, there's cup holders, things that we need on a day of fishing is right here at your fingertips. So just getting into the back again, we've got mentioned about the Livewells. We got, you can see inside here, we've got these covers, Livewell covers. It's a split folding or removable divider in the Livewells, but we've got the covers for them to prevent the fish from coming out. And it's darkened, so it keeps them nice and calm while they're in there.
With an oxygenator as well.
Absolutely. Coming into the back here. There's been some changes to the back, which I really like. The splash wheel in the back is now more pronounced, spill out for any water that comes in. When you come off plane, it doesn't come up onto the back deck. We've got the water just filling out of the back. We've got the oil fill here.
Very handy.
Absolutely. Yeah, listen, I mean, we were going on about how pretty this boat is and everything else, and it really is. It's just an absolutely gorgeous boat. We haven't had people stop looking at it all day, but really and truly, in my opinion, it's what's under this, the fancy paint that you can't see, that really makes this an awesome boat. And that's, I brought a couple samples of it, and it's called pultrusion. It's what we use in the transom and at different parts of the boat for strength and rigidity. It's got great screw retention. This particular cutout is a part of the transom. It's like I said, exclusive to Ranger. We make it at the plant. It's done by pulling multiple layers of fiberglass and resin through a heated die. It can be made in different thicknesses. We use this in our floors, in behind the seat bases, in behind the hinges in our compartments, because it does have great screw retention. It will not strip out. You get into the superstructure of the boat. We've got the chines, which I can show you. We lay in wet fiberglass rope that, when it's cured, I mean, you can drop a half-ton Chevy pickup truck on it, it's not going to break. We have upright foam flotation spread out throughout the boat where there's any crevices, even around the conduits where the wires run through the gunnels, it's all sprayed before the two halves are met back together to meet as one, and they're never meant to come apart. They are so closely matched. It's incredible. When you get in this boat, that's one of the Ranger-isms, as far as I'm concerned, is that one-piece feel. It's just incredible fishing platform, and you can feel it while you're driving at 70, 75 miles an hour down the lake, possibly 80. This particular rig potentially will hit 80 miles an hour, and that is just absolutely unbelievable for a boat that's with this quality in it. You can basically, not that I suggested, you could probably take your hands off the wheel and you're just running straight down the lake. You can feel that one-piece feel while you're driving, and the fishability as well when it's stopped, and there's no rocking back and forth, and you're one with the boat. It's an
one
absolute
solid platform.
It is an absolute incredible fishing machine.
And it just doesn't stop with just the boat itself. And we talked on the outside and on the top side. Ranger also with the trailers.
Absolutely. We build our own trailers at the plant. We've been doing that for a long time. As you can see, we've got the color matched fenders, the fiberglass fenders, the fancy rims, which we all want the bling. This particular that package there comes with our tour package.
A little bit of a pimp factor there.
Well, it looks good rolling down the lake, and well, there's some real some cool factors as well for longevity. We have a cool hub. There's no grease in our hubs. They're all oil filled, cool oil filled. Our trailers are sprayed at the factory with our road armor, the paint process that basically will outlast the test of time. We've got a fold-away tongue. You guys had mentioned about the parking brake. That is just awesome feature to have when the trailer's in park. You just pull the parking brake and it sits there. Again, the swing-away tongue. We've got the color match step. Everything is done at the Ranger factory brakes, so it's ready to go.
Even the trailer jack as well, being placed in the middle. Solid, right? It's out of the way, and it doesn't even afflict with the swing-away tongue.
Absolutely. We have thought of everything on this boat. Like I said, we listen to our anglers. They put in a lot of good advice, and it definitely is reflected in this model. It's our best offering to date, in my opinion, bar none. And I'd love you guys to come down and take a look at it.
Absolutely. Well, Greg, thank you very much for the Ranger inside look.
My pleasure. That's all right.
No, thanks a lot, eh? All right, buddy. Come back down. We'll get the card there.
And have you got some cards?